Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Roxanne Miller and in today's video we are going to address the white elephant. What is so obvious, you may ask? Well, being heavy on top comes with its privileges, but also with plenty of challenges, and I know that there will be plenty of girlies that, like me, have been really blessed but didn't know how to act around them and how to tackle life with them and how to sometimes even dress. Before we dive any deeper, I want to talk to you about the affiliate program today, which I'm really proud of to call affiliate. I've been using their product since 2011 and I have bras that are over 8 years old and they're still going. Brastop.com has plenty of variations of sizes starting with D cup. So they come help all the girls on the heavy on top side. They carry cute bras, sexy bras, lace bras, padded, sports, swim, lingerie, all for the girlies that are blessed with more than the usual market can handle. What made me a huge fan of theirs back in 2011 was the fact that they had plenty of colors on the bras and the panties matching the sets. They had plenty of cute lace, they had plenty of affordable bras, and not to discard it, their sales are really good. So because they have been supporting me for all these years, I'm really proud to call them my affiliates, and they will give you a checkout, a 10% discount if you use the code Roxanne10. So Brastop.com, and at checkout use the code Roxanne10. It's going to be written on the screen as well. If you want to get your bras today, trust me, they are worth it and you will be really happy with them. So Roxanne10 at checkout for Brastop.com. Brastop is going to give me a small thank you fee at no extra cost for you. And now let's get back to our story. Growing up, I was bullied a lot. I was bullied for the religion, for the fact that I was a little scared cat, for the fact that I was chubby, and later on, because I developed really fast, really a lot, quite early, and I expanded quite a lot, really. Because my mother wanted to protect me, she told me that I should wear larger clothing. So I quite enjoyed that because I was wearing the band's t-shirt, like Metallica was my first t-shirt that I got, and then I was wearing big hoodies and stuff like that. But people have eyes, and we had a brand of milk that had a cute little drawn cow on the box, and it was called Fulga. I don't know if it's international or not. We had it here, it's not anymore. And then we had the chocolate Milka, everybody knows it. And grown ass men, they were adults, they were in their late 20s when they were doing that, were screaming after me on the street, Mulga, which was a combination in between Milka and Fulga, and also it resembles a lot to a word in Romanian that means milking a cow. How is that okay? Also, I lived in the outskirts of the town, and here the outskirts of the towns mean the further you go, the more ghetto-ish it gets. The further you go, the lower the status of the people, their education, and so on. Boys and grown men would touch me without any shred of guilt in the bus. And I remember one day I came home so angry, and I said I want to chop them off because I was done with being touched like that without my consent everywhere. I was done with being bullied. And my father said, okay, I'm going to sell my car, so how much does it cost? And I giggled because I did appreciate the fact that he was willing to help me with this. But also knowing how much that kind of operation costs and how cheap my father's car was, I said, it's all right. It's going to be fine. And then I started losing weight, and then they went down. So I didn't attract as much attention anymore. I was getting ready for my acting school. And I remember in my final year of high school telling 3 of my friends that I was thinking about reducing them even further to get them to like a B or a C cup. And one of my classmates, he was like the Don Juan of the generation. He said, you know what you need? A brain surgery to get some more brain into that empty head of yours. And it sounded so funny coming from a dude who was like the macho of the generation. He was the smooth talker of all the girls in the generation. It came like a little bit of a compliment, like, hey, they can be a good thing too. And after that, I kind of weaponized them. I started working as an adult entertainer, and I used them as part of my identity to the point where they were my entire identity. I mean, I was all fun and stuff, but I didn't have to make a lot of effort because I figured just a little bit of cleavage and that would be it. I don't have to do much. The reality of the fact came that, yeah, you have to do a lot. You have to work a lot. You have to be creative. It's not only a part of your body that works. And if you are thinking that, yeah, it's going to work a while, but not for the long term. People are not stupid. Yeah, they might be interested in a little bit of cleavage now, but they will want connection eventually. They will want something more. And if you don't provide, and if you are just a piece of cardboard with heavy on top assets, it's not going to work. But then it came a time in which I started to ask myself a few questions about my identity, and I wanted to get to know me, the real me. To let in the past all the trauma and all the bad feelings and start to understand who am I as a person, who am I inside my body, and what can I do in order to cherish my body as it is my temple. And that's when I started to actually love and embrace my curves. And eventually that's when the healing started, because the more I loved myself, the more I took care of myself, and the more I started to lose weight, the more I started to gain self-respect, the more I healed my dark feminine energy as well. It's funny to call it that way, to call that particular kind of energy as dark feminine energy, but if the algorithm wants it like that, that's how I'll behave as well. But it's really important to understand that once you tap into your femininity, that's when actually your entire body starts to work differently. When I identified with it in the same time as dissociating from it, I was into such a deep masculine energy. And actually that's what got me sick, not knowing who I was and not recognizing my natural energy made it bottle up to the point it exploded. Just like a tomato juice that will ferment and then explode when you try to open the bottle. When I finally healed my inner child, I allowed the woman that I am to come up and to start to bloom and to learn to love her. And actually her, it's me. I am past 34 years old and I'm finally home in my own body and spirit. I am finally whole. It's a process, it's not something that you achieve over a day, but by starting to embrace and to love your body and to love yourself, you will going to heal your energy as well. When I got pregnant, there came another kind of fear because I started to hear about stories of women with big breasts not being able to breastfeed. And I had a moment in which I was like, oh, come on, like I've been carrying them all my life, so their only purpose is to be objectified and not to flow into the nature's kind of natural purpose. I mean, it was so absurd, right? But then I was blessed with being able to breastfeed for 2 years and 3 months. But also it came with plenty of challenges because having them as big as they are comes with fear of smothering. It's real. It's more work than when you have them small. But thankfully I managed. And yes, there are women with big breasts and there are women with small breasts that cannot breastfeed, and it's natural and it's normal. It takes a lot of work. I did want to quit very early on because of the pain, but eventually I moved on. Yes, 2 years and 3 months I didn't properly sleep. I woke up at least 5 times a night. But on the other hand, I knew I was doing something good. So, apples and oranges. But if you have questions and if you have fears related to that, you can write me and I will answer to the best of my abilities and through my own experience. So because I grew very fast and very early, by the time I was 14, I was not able to find bras to fit me in stores, in regular stores anymore. I didn't know about online shopping from the outside of the country, and I was confused and lost, and I had to become really, really creative. I had to layer bras, one to fit the back strap and one to fit the cups, because the perception in general is if you have big breasts, you will be a huge woman as well. And that perception is not quite real. There are plenty of chicks with big natural boobies that do not weigh a ton. And back then I did not weigh a ton. The bras that were fitting my breasts were made for women bigger than my grandma. Like the back strap was like this. And the back strap like this, it's not helping me at all. So I will have to wear another tiny bra to actually make it hold something there. Physical education, that's PA, right? I hated it because the bras were to hold something. And even today, I don't run. Unless I want to knock myself out and give myself smoky eyes for the next 2 weeks, I'm not going to run. It has to be something really, really freaky going on if I'm running or I'm losing a bus. But other than that, no, I'm not running. Yes, I'm working out. Yes, I'm lifting weights, but I'm not going to run. Sports bras in regular stores, they're a joke. At least for girls my size, they're a joke. And even in the sports attire shops, they say it's for high impact. No, it's not. Unless it's capsulated kind of sport bra, there is no high impact on. No. You would need reinforced kind of bras. But yeah, you have the solution in the affiliate program today, brastop.com, and when you use Roxanne10 at checkout, you will also have 10% discount at no extra cost and a little bit of a fee for me. But I needed to tell you that because yeah, it's a subject that it's been frustrating for me, and it's been also frustrating the fact that there are plenty of clothes that I cannot get and I cannot wear. I mean, I can, but it's not going to look properly. I love sundresses. And unless I'm going to get tailored and have it custom made, that little part of the top of the dress is not going to cover more than this. Like, it's not going, or if I'm going to get a little bit of coverage, I'm going to have a lot of cleavage, and perhaps I don't want all the time to have that kind of cleavage. Then the button-up shirts, oh, that's a problem. The gaping, have you heard about the gaping? Yeah, and in school I had mandatory uniform and they had button-up shirts. I struggled with that. I used to wear t-shirts or tops underneath the shirt to make sure the gaping it's not showing off my bra. And also I would use a safety pin underneath too. I don't have to tell you how many accidents I had with those safety pins, right? Right. Well, also remembering that period when I was layering bras. And I'm going to tell you this just to not do the same mistake. When you do not have air touching your skin through the clothes, you sweat, and that sweat creates irritation. And you do not want that on the breasts because it's painful. It heals really hard, especially when you do the same thing over and over again. I've been wearing that kind of layering for 2 or 3 years before I found a bra. And when my mom finally got me a proper fitted bra, it was because she was on a trip in London and she spent 45 pounds on a bra. And that bra at that time was about 10% of her salary. Imagine that, to pay 10% of your salary on a bra. It's insane. And that's when actually was the first time when I had a proper bra. And I gotta tell you, I wore that bra till there was nothing left out of it. Then the next issue with clothing is jackets. Leather jackets, trench coats, bulky jeans jackets, coats, winter jackets. Yeah, you have to get them huge. They're going to look like a bell on you and still be tight around you. The sleeves are going to be huge on you and still not be able to zip it up. And yes, I've been told many times, get them tailored. Yeah, of course I can get them tailored, but what do I do when I'm in a period in which I am not understanding that I'm suffering a lot and coping a lot and eating a lot and gaining a lot of weight and getting huge around to the point where the jacket that was fitting this year it's not going to fit next year. Tailored stuff is expensive. I don't know in the US, but even here it's expensive. And here there are plenty of people who work in this field. There are girls who want them really bad, so bad that they pay for surgery to get them, right? And there are the girls who get them natural and they're like, oh, it's so difficult. I'm not complaining. I mean, sort of. I used to not like them at all. I'm embracing them, but it's not easy. It's high maintenance, and even though for plenty of years I'd say I'm not high maintenance, I'm not I am, I actually am. And yeah, it's quite funny. I am not sure how many things you've learned in this video today, but at least you know that I have the authority of speaking on the subject. I have photographed plenty of women, hundreds of women, and I have trained plenty of women as well. And I have seen so many types of breasts, sizes, surgery or not, women that wanted them bigger, women that wanted them smaller, women that were happy or not happy with what nature blessed them with, or women who were considering it a curse, and so on. I have noticed plenty of things that were in common, and one of them was that plenty of women did not know how to size their bra, and that can come with plenty of health issues, starting with shoulder and back pain, and then even nodules in the breasts. I will continue with a series talking about the subject because I find it very important, and I want to reach as many women who are heavy on top with the right information so they can make their choice and so that they can create a better environment for their heavy on top lifestyles. It is a very serious subject, but I find it funny in the way I have to express myself to have it YouTube friendly. So we are going to take it with a grain of salt, and we are going to make it fun going down the road, because as interesting as it is, it has to be very scientific. I'm going to make a documentary about bras, and yeah, I'll see you at the next one. If you haven't clicked yet, like the video, subscribe because it's going to help a lot. And if you have questions related to or ideas to the subject, please pop them down below. And don't forget about the affiliate program. You get 10% and I get a small fee. And also, by the way, I have some merch. It's under the video, and if you get it, I'm going to be really happy, because you will see that as the community grows, these inside jokes, they will stick. Funny me. Yeah, you can also support this channel by subscribing to the membership, and you have there some cute perks, such as seeing this video earlier than other people. I'll see you at the next one. And yeah, I think you will also like this video right here. Go click it.